In this video, I'd like to take you through an overview of my backyard and how it developed and improved over the last 7 years. The first thing I did in my backyard is I built a deck. The deck, you can see, is outlined here. It's already prepared. And then this out here is a stairway that I built on the deck. It's very stylish. It comes down 6 steps to a landing and then breaks 90 degrees in both directions. It really added a lot to the deck and to the yard. It looks like the stairs from a hotel or something. It was my friend's idea, and he designed and built those stairs. It was a great deal. And down on the bottom here that comes through, you can see the dash line underneath the deck. This is a patio. The patio extends the full length of the house. And then off the house, I've got a little bit of yard. So in 2018, a few months before I retired, we decided to build a deck and put a roof on it. We expanded the size. We brought it out another couple of feet from where it was. I think the overall length is like 40 by 14. It was a lot of work. We tore the deck down. You can see there's just a resemblant skeleton of stairs. And then in that pile is all the refuse from the deck, which I took to the dump and we got rid of. Now that the deck was complete, we were a little disappointed with the yard. We had fescue grass, a lot of crabgrass, but it was just a small grassy backyard. One of the first things we needed to tackle was a drainage issue. But I knew I wanted rivers. I knew I wanted to put maybe some hostas or plants like that around on the side of the river. The river I put in really started about here and came through and went down all the way through the backyard. And we put dry river box. So I put one on the left side of the yard, and then I put another one over here on the right side of the yard. It came in and boom, out. Actually, this one goes all the way to the front part of the house. On this side over here, I was getting water drainage from my neighbors. Their gutters were spilling, and it's all downhill to here. So I connected their gutters to the river, and I also collect everything that comes down these rivers. And in the first rain, it worked great. They were flowing. They were pulling all the water out. I was amazed how much water was going down those rivers. And before that, that's just what was spilling all over into my yard. So with the rivers complete, I recognized one more drainage area from my opposite neighbor's yard where water was coming in and flooding into this area here. So I decided to put another little river, I guess we'll call it an estuary, into this area here. So as the water was feeding, and I actually added a pool in this area as well. Just a small river rock, and then these are the same river rock here. And these fed right into the main river on the left side of the yard. So with that, I had my yard divided into 3 areas. I had area here, we'll call that 1. The middle was 2, and over here was 3. So with this, I could take it one area at a time. I could start here or here or in the middle. This was a bigger area. We knew we wanted a patio, so we were pretty clear there was going to be a patio here taking up most of the space. And then over on this side, we really didn't have any idea. So at this point, the yard was pretty well torn up from putting in the rivers and having the skid steer back there. So the first thing we did after the rivers were put in, and this is in the spring of 2019, we decided to do this area here, which pretty easily we just mulched, and then over here along the side of the house, and we planted a few things. Over on this side, we decided to mulch this area, plant some things, and get some decorations going on that as well. Now, at the same time, I decided with these rivers, I wanted to put some bridges, and I wanted to use stone slabs, which I did for 2 of them. So right about here, I put a bridge, and then over here, I put one as well. They were stone slabs. They were pretty heavy. It was tough work getting those in, but they look really good when I finished. The next area we wanted to work on, which was the main area, which was one of our plans that we had from the beginning, is to put a patio in this area. And we wanted a fire pit. And the patio came out about maybe like that. And we put a fire pit here. Now, at the landscaper's recommendation, we also put in a little feature here. This was filled with riverstone, and in the middle, it's a big rock, and it has a hole drilled in it and a fountain with water coming out. Very nice feature here. Now, in the rest of the yard, after the patio was put in, we put in grass. We sodded all through here, here, and this area here. In the summer of 2020, I decided I wanted to put a patio back in this area here. Well, rough it out. It's about like that. This one I built myself. It was tough work, but it actually wasn't as hard as I thought. I watched the landscapers make this one and saw how they did it. So I did the dig, I added the crush and run, I compacted it, and then I put the sand and put the pavers right on top of that, and then the polymetric sand to hold it all together. So with the beer garden done, I wanted to make an area over here a little more defined. It was already broken by that river or estuary, so I planted boxwoods along here, and I planted gardenias along here. And we also put in a nice Japanese maple that we got from Costco. It's a great deal, and that thing's been growing like a weed. It's a great tree. So these areas are really broken up now. This is its own little yard. This is its own little planter area. The patio, the area behind the patio, and then the tree and the planter area in here. So this was really coming together. And through the years, as I said, this is where I put most of my work. So from 2018 to 2023, this is the development that we had in the garden. So towards the end of 2024, I decided I wanted to do a little bit more and decided to build an arbor here. I put over the top. I built another arbor here over these, over this bridge and over that bridge. And my wife, we have a planter back here with a tree in it. And so she said she wanted an arbor back here in front of that tree so we could hang ferns and stuff in the summertime. And then, since this side of the yard really got zero attention, the way I found to work on a piece of the yard is to build something and then expand from that. So I decided to put an arbor here as an entrance to the patio. This one's a little bit bigger, and this year, it's spring right now, but we plan on putting hanging plants from here. I've planted a lot of bulbs in pots. We'll use it to decorate this area. So that's the layout of the yard. It's now March in 2025. I've got a few things already done in the yard. I put a nice walkway over here with chipped slate. I've got a video of that. So with this larger arbor I put over here, it really did what I wanted to do. It's inspired me to really start working on this part of the yard. So I will have a video out soon of what I'm doing here and what I'm doing around the arbor to dress it up. So to conclude, since I didn't get much done in 2023 and 2024, I'm really inspired in 2025 to work through the spring and the summer and get a lot of upgrades and a lot of improvements to my yard. So if you want to see the continued progress, please subscribe and follow me on my backyard progress journey. Thanks. We'll see you on the next video.